All right, so today I want to talk about why some of you feel like giving up on your ads. Maybe you've been running Google Ads for some time now, you've seen no real results. Maybe you've gotten results, but they weren't what you expected. And maybe your ads are just so expensive that you've been thinking about switching them off, but you just can't bring yourself to actually push that pause button because you're living in this hope that maybe if I just leave them running for one more week, no matter how expensive it is, maybe I'm just going to get that client that I need to make it all worth it. Have you ever felt this way? That's exactly what I want to talk to you about in today's video. And before I get into why Google Ads is so difficult and why optimization doesn't really work, what I want to do is I want to tell you about my new workshop. It's called The Roadmap from Beginner to Pro with Google Ads. And in this workshop, I'm going to give you every single thing that you need to succeed on your Google Ads journey. If you don't know, I've been helping entrepreneurs for the past 7 years now sort out their Google Ads, even entrepreneurs on small budgets. And no, we are not an agency. I am not trying to run your ads or charge you monthly. It's just this is kind of what I do. I help business owners figure this stuff out. So I've prepared an entire workshop for you. All you need to do is go to the link below. And when you get to the link below, you will see there is a workshop prepared with the 7 steps that you need to really master Google Ads. And I help you at every single stage along the way. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, check it down below. I'll also tell you more about that towards the end of the video. Now, here's the thing. When you're doing Google Ads or when you're running Google Ads or when somebody else is running Google Ads for you, sometimes it can feel pretty lonely and it can feel like you're spending all of this money but nothing is happening. You will feel that you're adding negative keywords every single day, but your ads are still showing up for the wrong searches and in front of the wrong people. You ever felt this way? You ever felt like no matter what you do, if you increase your budget, your leads get more expensive. If you decrease your budget, you don't get any leads whatsoever. If you pause your ads, you wish you would unpause your ads, but when you unpause your ads, nothing works. This is a very good sign. It's a very good indicator that you're on the wrong strategy. Now, what I want to do in this video, usually I break this down in 8 minutes, but I want to do a long, detailed video and I want to get into the reasons why this is happening, why you feel like you're going nowhere, why you feel like you're stuck, why you feel like no matter who you hire, no matter what agency you bring in, you always feel like, man, I'm missing something. I am missing something. This ever happened to you? You're changing your bidding strategies, your ads get more expensive. You do a target CPA, your ads get more expensive. You start messing around with your ads and your ad copy, your ads get more expensive. The reason why this is happening, my friend, is because Google Ads has changed. It's changed completely. If you tried to set up a Google ad in 2018, you were one of only a few business owners, probably in your local area, that was running Google Ads. So it was easy. It was cheap. Think about going into a supermarket, walking in and only seeing one option or 2 options on the shelf. You basically own 50% of the search results by just running Google Ads really early. And what's been happening is over the years, as time's moved on, more and more business owners are starting to run Google Ads. And what that does is it increases the competition. So now there's not only 2 products on the shelf, now there's 20 products on the shelf, maybe even 200 products on the shelf. And the problem is all of the content that you see out there, all of these YouTube videos that you're watching, all of these courses that you're taking, all of these gurus that you're following and the advice that you're following, all the other business owners are also doing the exact same thing as you. They are also taking that advice. They are also applying the same exact settings. And eventually what's going to happen is your performance is going to struggle because all of you guys are running the exact same settings on your ads. The recommended settings, the pro settings. All of you are running the exact same budget. Why? Because all of the agencies are recommending that you start off with a big $10,000 or $5,000 per month budget. So therefore, it becomes more competitive. Now, my approach is slightly different. I've been doing this for the past 7 years. I've helped so many business owners get better results. I'm talking about business owners from Australia, South Africa, Uganda, USA, Canada, England, you name it. I've helped people get better results. And I've also done it on tiny budgets. Like, you don't need a massive budget. If somebody tells you you need a massive budget to run Google Ads, unless you're a lawyer or unless you are in the healthcare or insurance profession, you probably can get away with a very small budget. And when I say big and small, I know, but $100 a day would be perfectly fine. I've ran ads for even $10 a day sometimes. And when I started off, I actually started off with a $1 per day budget. So it is very possible, but it requires a different approach. Now, you can mess around with ad settings all you want, but the people around you are starting to learn about the best settings and they're using the exact same settings. You can mess around with ad copy all you want, but if you go to ChatGPT to make ad copy and your competitor goes to ChatGPT to make ad copy and you're in the same industry, well, guess what? All of the ads on the search results are going to start looking the same and clients will know which one to click on. And this is why you've seen such a massive drop off. Your ad copy is generic. Your landing page is probably generic as well. And the settings that you're using in your ad account are probably generic as well. And listen, I know as a business owner, you've got 1,000 other things to do and you don't have the time to commit to really understanding Google Ads fully. You just want to switch them on and you just want them to work and you just want them to bring you leads so you can do what you're good at. But unfortunately, that's not the world that we live in anymore. There are people out there that are hiring 5-star agencies to work on their ads. Those people are your competitors. Now, back in the days in 2018, you could just run the ad and you could just go about your life and the leads would just come pouring in. But now that people are putting so much more effort into their ads, into their assets, into everything, you need to up your game. And this is the one thing that a lot of business owners don't want to hear. I have a student, I've got multiple students actually. I've got 60 students in my Google Ads course and I have even more in my community, and I get these WhatsApps on a daily basis. I get these SMSs on a daily basis. I get these messages and emails on a daily basis saying, Devon, what should I do? Should I pause my ads? I feel like I'm doing something wrong. Should I increase my budget? It worked last time. Should I just increase it some more? You can't keep on spending money on ads that are not producing good leads. You can't keep on spending more money on ads that are running at a loss. And this is what a lot of business owners don't want to hear. Because for us, money solves everything. If I have an agency that's doing bad, I can just go hire a better, more expensive agency and they'll solve the problem. If I have a car that's not running properly, I can just buy a more expensive car and then it will run properly. But unfortunately, there are people out there, probably in your industry, you probably have competitors around you that are spending $2 million, $3 million easy on ads a month. You're not going to outspend them. You're just not going to outspend them. There is still a way to win, but it's not going to be by spending more. And this is where I want to shift the conversation. I want to shift the conversation away from settings and keywords and broad match or phrase match or location settings. I want to shift the conversation through to your strategy. So the first thing we need to understand is, why is this happening? Why is Google Ads so hard? Why does it feel like you're stuck now? And why does it feel like everybody else is doing well and you're the only one not doing well? Well, it's because Google is kind of changing the rules. The first thing that I teach people when they come into my Google Ads course or any of my Google Ads training is never trust Google. Google is intentionally pushing up the prices on your cost per leads, on your clicks. They are intentionally doing that because Google cares about revenue. They don't care about you. I know this is a very hard pill to swallow, but once somebody clicks on your ad, Google Ad gets paid. Google Ads gets paid. They don't care after that. You care what happens after that. You care about getting quality leads. You care about getting good people to your e-commerce store that are interested in your products. You care about people that actually want to buy something for you or sign up for your service or download your app. Google does not care after that click is done. And that's the main thing you need to understand. Google is making sure that your ads are showing up in front of the wrong people all day long. As long as they get the click, they don't care. I have had some people go through and look at their search terms report and they've added so many negative keywords, and the next day, boom, there's just a whole bunch of new variations, wrong searches, and then they add negative keywords again. And then the next day, we're adding negative keywords. And eventually you start thinking to yourself, am I crazy? Because I keep on adding keywords, negative keywords, but I keep on showing for the same wrong searches that I'm always showing up for. This is when you start to realize that Google Ads isn't really listening to those signals. They're trying to find a way around the signals. Another thing you can do is just look at your search terms report. Back in the days, 5 or 6 years ago, we could see every single thing that our ad showed up for. Every single search. It was all there in the search terms report. And over time, it's gotten less and less and less. So right now, you might be only seeing 58% of the searches. In some accounts, we've only seen 38% of the searches. Now, I want you to imagine this. Imagine I ask you for $1 million. Please give me $1 million, Mr. Viewer. And I'm going to go and I'm going to spend your $1 million, but I'm not going to tell you exactly what I spent it on. You're only going to see 38% of what I spent it on. You're not going to see the full bill. You're not going to see everything I spent it on. Would that be a fair deal to you? It's not going to be to me. I would not like that type of deal. But that's exactly what Google Ads is doing. They are becoming more secretive with where your money is being spent because they know they are wasting a lot of your ad budget. They know it. If you go and run a Performance Max campaign, and I'll have to make a whole different video about how much I hate Performance Max campaigns, but let's say you go and let's say you run a different campaign on Performance Max campaign. There is nothing there. You can't see where that money is being spent. You can't see which audiences are performing. You can't really see anything apart from what Google wants you to see. It's a black box. This is why a lot of ad experts don't recommend using Performance Max campaigns under most circumstances, especially for lead generation, because we can't see where the money is being spent. If I'm a consultant and I come into your business and you show me you spent $2 million on a Performance Max, I'm not going to be able to figure out if that $2 million was wasted, if it was spent well. I'm just going to have to trust that Google spent that money well. And this is exactly the system that Google wants you to be a part of. So, does this mean you should quit Google Ads completely? Does it mean you should go to TikTok? Does it mean you should go to Facebook ads? Does it mean you should forget about Google Ads? Definitely not. You're going to face the same problems on Facebook ads. You're going to face the same problems eventually with TikTok ads and with LinkedIn ads as well. Wherever you go, they are always going to try and increase their revenue by kind of screwing over the advertiser. So what do we do? What do we do? We've got all of these problems. What do we actually do to solve them? Well, what I want to do is I want to give you a simple game plan. I want to give you a game plan that I have basically helped so many entrepreneurs solve this problem with, and I've kind of figured out and I've kind of pieced together what the essential ingredients are. And the first thing you need to understand is that you need to stop optimizing your ads. Now, I know this is a very hard pill to swallow, but you have to stop optimizing your ads because there are things around your ads that need to be fixed before we worry about the ads themselves. Now, I've had some people come, get my course, learn from me. We've done one-on-one coaching, and all of a sudden, we're changing just a few things, or maybe even one thing, like their landing page, like their ad copy. Boom, their conversion rates have shot up, and they've stayed high. Why? Because I am not an ad expert that's focused only on settings. I want to understand the entire client journey so that we can get the right type of people to your website, right? What does that involve? It involves setting up your ad copy properly. If your ad copy is wrong, if you're saying what everybody else is saying on the search results, you're going to lose clients or you're going to get generic leads. Why? Because you have a generic ad. One of my favorite books to read, and I'm not sponsored by this book or anything, but it is an amazing book. It's a book by Marty Neumeyer, and it's called Zag. And basically what he talks about is, in marketing, you have to be the company that stands out. And if you think about it, it kind of makes sense. Do you want to go to a doctor that's just a generic doctor, or do you want to go to a doctor that's one of the best in his field? Do you want to go to an event that's just a generic event, or do you want to go to one of the best dance parties around? We always gravitate to what is best and what is unique. This is human nature. And going back to the example of saying that we have 200 options to choose from, which people do, and you can just Google your own service and see how many options there are in the search results, you're not going to be able to get away with an AI-generated ad or an AI-generated ad copy. You're going to need to seriously sit down, figure out what your client wants, and figure out, this is the important part, how to differentiate yourself from the rest of the competition. Now, this is the point where most business owners tell me, Devon, I don't have time. I don't want to sit down with my ads. I don't want to look at all of this stuff. If you're not willing to do this, you're the only person that can do this, because you are the one who understands your business best. I don't understand your business. I don't know your business. So I'm not going to be able to come in and explain exactly why this electrician is much better than that electrician. I'm not going to be able to do that. You need to go through the hard work of figuring out what differentiates you. And it's not, oh, we are cheaper. It's not that. It's not, they've been doing it for 10 years and we've been doing it for 12 years, so we're better. That is not going to work anymore. Back in the days, it used to work because there were only two options. It's not going to work in 2024, and it's not going to work in the future. In fact, it's going to get even more difficult in the future. So what you want to do is you want to write ad copy that tells them, number one, why you stand out from the other people around you. So for example, if you search for lawyer and every single search result says top lawyer Los Angeles, top lawyer Los Angeles, best lawyer in Los Angeles, you're not going to know which one to pick. But if you write an ad that stands out and says something like, we've helped over 15,000 people settle their court cases within 3 days, that's somebody who put thought behind that ad. That's the ad I'm clicking on, and that's most likely the ad that I'm converting on. Another thing that we need to talk about is your expectations. Now, I'm sorry to break this to you, but you're not going to master Google Ads and you're not going to get amazing results in 3 days. I've had so many people ask me, in fact, I had somebody ask me this week, if I start running Google Ads, will I see the results, better results within 48 hours, or will I see them within 72 hours? And I was like, no, that's just not going to happen. That's just an unrealistic expectation. It's going to take you 90 days to start seeing results. If you go to my private community, you will see that we have a 90-day guarantee that we will get you better results within 90 days, or rather you will get better results within 90 days of taking the community or signing up for the community, because it takes time. There is a process. You're not going to learn to swim in 3 days. You're not going to learn to fly an airplane in 3 days. And you aren't going to go to the gym and walk out with a six-pack in 3 days. That is an unrealistic expectation that Instagram and social media has put on you, to think that you're going to be $1 million business owner by just running a couple of ads and it's all going to be good. It doesn't work that way in the real world. If you ask any consultant, anybody who's been running Google Ads for a long time, or any agency owner, you have to take time to figure out what the offer is, how to get the offer even better, how to set up your landing page and your ad copy so that they are good. And only once those things line up with the proper targeted audience, then only is the magic going to happen. Has it happened quickly? Yeah, it has. I've had some people sign up for my course and on the first day they got 3 leads. It has happened, but it's a less than 1% chance of that happening to you. Let me tell you what you have a proper chance of doing. If you learn, if you understand the fundamentals, and if you know how to set up your landing page, and if you know how to write ad copy that makes people go, wow, I really want to work with this particular company, then you're going to start seeing results, and you're going to see results immediately. But first, you need to master these things. It is not a one-day game. A lot of people think that they're going to take a course. Devon, I took your course. or I took this guy's course, or I took that guy's course, and now my ads aren't working. The course is not there to make your ads work. The course is there to teach you how to set up your ads. After you set up your ads, that's where life begins. That's where you have to learn about market forces. That's where you have to learn about how to get your offer right, how to get your marketing right, and how to get your positioning right. It's not going to happen because you just took a course. Now all of a sudden it's going to work. Imagine me trying to do surgery, or imagine me trying to drive a car because I watched an online course on how to drive a car. Do you think that is a realistic expectation? It's not. You have to get your hands dirty and you have to figure it out. Now, I know I have talked about a lot of things, but I want to leave you with these final thoughts. First things first, have a long, hard look at your landing page. Have a long, hard look at where your ad traffic is going. If you're using a website, don't. Websites lose money. Use a landing page. I've got a whole 2-hour live stream on landing pages. You can check it out on my channel. Use a landing page, first and foremost. Number 2, make sure that your ads actually zag. Okay? Make sure that your ads stand out from the competition. Go to the search results, read everybody's ads, take a screenshot of your ad, put it up there, and ask yourself, would I click on this ad or would I click on my competitor's ad? And you want to keep on upping your ad copy. You want to keep on making it sound juicy till eventually you'll be like, oh, it's a no-brainer. I would definitely click on my ad over all of the other ads. And last but not least, you need to also focus on your branding. It's very, very easy to spoil a great landing page with a bad logo. It's very, very easy to spoil a great landing page with no testimonies and no proof that you can actually help the client. A lot of you guys think that if I have an unknown business and I just run ads, I'm going to get clients. No, because clients have brains. The people who click on ads are human beings, and a human being can figure out that if you say you're a doctor and you have no reviews from no patients, chances are you're not a doctor. If you say that you have some miracle cure or you're going to be able to help somebody and you've got nobody that you've helped, chances are you don't know what you're doing. Any human being can figure that out. You're not going to mess people around and people are just going to go, oh, okay, I'll click, I'll submit my details, I'll swap my credit card. It's not going to happen in 2024. It might have happened in 2018, like I said, but it's not going to happen now. Now, the last thing that I want to tell you about before I go, sorry, this has been a bit of a long video, but I really wanted to get all of this off my chest, and I really wanted to give you guys a detailed breakdown of where you're going wrong. The last thing I want to tell you about is my workshop. It's called The Roadmap from Beginner to Pro with Google Ads. And what makes this workshop different is I talk you through every single stage of your Google Ads journey. If you're brand new, you haven't ran an ad before, I will give you a training and I'll show you exactly what to do. I'll give you a worksheet, I'll give you a checklist, and most importantly, if you get stuck, I am in the community with you. You can ask me any questions and you can say, hey, I'm stuck, and then I can help you out. The second part or the second module is what to do if you have ads, you've been running them for a while, but they're always losing money. I've got a whole training on that with a worksheet, with modules, with things that you can do, exercises that you can do. Obviously, I can't teach you everything in this YouTube video, but that's what my private community is for. And maybe you are getting good results, but they're kind of hit or miss, and you want that consistency. I've also got a training for that inside my roadmap from beginners to pro. So all of that is covered inside this workshop. And this is a workshop that I feel is going to help you. Well, it's helped a lot of people already because everything that I've learned over the past 7 years, I've put it into that workshop, and that workshop is there to help you figure out things. But I want to tell you, it's not going to be easy. It's not like you're going to take the workshop and all of a sudden you're going to be a boss. You're still going to have questions. You're still going to want mentoring. And that's exactly why it's inside my community. So you can ask me any questions anytime you want. You can also jump on live training calls with me, show me your ads, show me what your ads are doing, and ask for my advice. And I can look at your ad data. This is why I made my community, because I found so many people were taking my course and then flatline afterwards. I don't want that for you. Listen, I can go and I can make a course and I can sell it to people and I can make $500,000, but that's not going to make me happy. I want impact. I want to help people. I want to help entrepreneurs get better, and do better. I want to help entrepreneurs get away from agencies that are messing them around and actually get great results for themselves. This is why my course wasn't enough, and this is why I built the community, so that you have that training, that support, that mentoring that's going to allow you to actually level up your ads and actually get somewhere. And you can just look at my wall of success on my website. It seems to be working. There's so many people that we've helped get amazing results for. Last but not least, I just want to leave you with this one thing, this one thought. Don't focus on being 50% or 60% better. Just focus on improving by 1% every day. And eventually, when you look up after 100 days, you will be 100% better. Don't convince yourself that this is all going to happen overnight, that you're going to be some amazing ad success story overnight. It's not going to happen. It's going to be a slow, hard road. But eventually, if you just focus on getting better, approaching your ad strategy better, eventually you'll get results and you'll get them super easy. So, with that being said, thank you very much for watching. If you have any thoughts, or if this video has just touched you in any way, or if there's something that I said that just sparked with you or maybe just resonated with you, please let me know down below in the comment section. And of course, you can ask me any questions that you like there as well. I will see you in the next one. And if you want to watch a video with me and a Google Ads expert go over Google Ads and explain everything in depth, then you can check out this video over here. I will see you next time. Peace.